Okay, good afternoon, girls. So, in the last two classes, we were not doing straight line. We started with basic mathematics, in which we were understanding what exactly is graph, right? Some spatial graphs, some basic graphs. After that, we started a little bit of straight line, and then were talking about locus. But I came to know that tomorrow there will be an assessment in which they will be asking whole of straight line. Okay, so doesn't matter, never mind about it. Just appear in that examination, do it. And from today, circle is supposed to start, so I'll start circle today. I'll continue from locus and then get back to circle. And whatever topics which have been missed out, before straight line also you have missed many topics, right? So we'll be filling those gaps. I'll be stealing time from the assigned topic and I'll be putting the pieces there, okay? So you have to manage that, right? Okay, so last time we were discussing locus, right? So in locus, what exactly locus is? It's a way of giving information about the path, right? And in general life, locus can be of various forms, but in mathematics you have only three forms. One is algebraic, the other one is geometric, and then the third one is parametric. Geometric locus is nothing but the graphical representation of the locus, of the path, right? That is geometrical. The second one is algebraic, representing a path using the concept of equation, right? Algebraic equation. And the third was parametric form. And what was parameter? Something which changes, right? And we also gave you an example of projectile, right? Okay, let's do some questions on how they are basically, if you see. So we are going to solve three types of questions today. So first we are going to see how to go from parametric locus to algebraic locus, and then we are going to do problems from how to go from algebraic to parametric. Then we will be seeing how to go from geometric to algebraic, and we'll see how to go from algebraic to geometric. Basically these type of questions we are going to solve, right? And I have already told you how to go from parametric to algebraic. What was the idea? Eliminate the parameter, not theta. Theta can be a constant quantity, right? In projectile case, theta wasn't a variable, right? Theta was a constant, right? Okay, so let's start with the first round of questions, going how to go from parametric to algebraic, right? The basic idea you know is to eliminate the parameter. Let's see how to eliminate the parameter. The locus one, has it been uploaded? Okay. First question we have already done, like projectile, right? Let's say x is 3 cos t and y is 4 sin t. Now tell me how to eliminate, what is the parameter here? T is the parameter, right? So we have to get rid of t. How to get rid of t? We can write cos t as, please, and sin t is y by 4. Now what to do? We know it, this is an identity, we know it, cos square t plus is 1. So I can say x square by 9 plus y square by is equal to 1. Just put a star mark and say, tell it is ellipse. Just we'll discuss why later on. Just put it that it's an ellipse. Let's say x is 3 minus 2 sec t and y is 4 plus 3 tan t. Now this question, what is the parameter here? T. Just eliminate it. Eliminate the parameter. Next page. Next page. Those who have finished second question can also attempt other questions on projector, right? You can take the camera on projector. It will be visible for others. Okay, okay. So it is coming exactly like this. Okay. Then they will be seeing it. How many of you have done C? Okay, just tell me what you are going to do in C. Sec t is going to be 3 minus x by 2. Yes. Good. And tan t is going to be y minus 4 by 3. And you know how to handle sec and tan? What is the identity? Sec square t minus tan square t is 1, right? How to handle d? What is the parameter here? Again t? Now your x is t plus 4 and y is t square minus 3t. What to do? Simple, I can write my t in form of x. So I can say t is actually equal to x minus 4. So I can say y is equal to x minus 4 ka whole square minus 3 into x minus 4, right? Okay. So D part, all questions are very easy, right? It's very straight, direct. How to handle E? X is 2 to the power t and y is 2 to the power minus t. So what would be the locus? How to eliminate t here? What's the parameter t? How to eliminate t here? Think, it's a very easy, direct question. What's the relation between these two? So basically they are reciprocals. And what's the property of reciprocals? The product is? So I can say xy is equal to 1. So the guy is going to be x into y is equal to 1. X is to the power t and y is to the power. So x into y is 1. Right? This is the locus. This is called rectangular hyperbola. We'll discuss later on what are these guys. Right? So x is to the power t and y is to the power minus t. So xy is equal to 1. Now how to handle f? See, one guy is, what is the parameter again t? X is 2 to the power t plus 2 to the power minus t and y is 2 to the power t minus 2 to the power minus t. Now how to handle this? Huh? They are not reciprocals to each other. Okay. See here. You know that x is equal to 2 to the power t plus 2 to the power and y is if you see it is something plus something and the same thing is something minus something. So you can definitely say x plus y by 2 is going to be, if x is kachada plus kuda and y is kachada minus kuda, what's going to be x plus y? 2 kachada. And what's going to be x minus y? 2 kuda, right? It's very simple, very symmetric. So you can say x plus y to the power by 2 is, and x minus y by 2 is going to be. Now if you multiply them, x plus y by 2 into x minus y by 2 is 1. This is your, again this is called rectangular hyperbola. Just put star marks to whatever terms I am telling you which I am not defining. Just understand that these are going to be your friends, whose names are these, right? It takes time to understand these guys. Okay? Clear? Okay? I know I don't need to explain G part, or do I have to? Right? Simple. Cos theta can be written in the form of x, and sin theta can be written in the form of, and you can say cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. Excellent. How about h? You have the coordinate of A, you have the coordinate of B, and you have a coordinate of C, which is a parameter. Means A point is fixed, B point is fixed, C point is moving. C point is moving. You don't have to find the path of C. If you have to find the path of C, that you can find, right? Answer is going to be y is equal to x cube plus 1. So C path kahan lie kar raha hai? Y is equal to x cube plus 1. Do you know how to draw the graph of y is equal to x cube? Similarly, you can easily draw y is equal to x cube plus 1. How? By shifting your x axis 1 unit up, you will get your y is equal to x cube plus 1, right? Now, but here the question is not about the locus of C. What the question is? Centroid, right? So 2 points are fixed, 1 point is changing, so it means the centroid will also be changing, right? And what's the formula of centroid? What's the coordinate of x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So I can say the x coordinate of centroid is going to be 3 plus 2 plus t by 3, and y coordinate of centroid is going to be 4 plus 3 plus t cube plus 1 by 3. Now you have your x and y in terms of t. Now what you have to do? Eliminate t. So the moment you eliminate t, you will get the locus of centroid. Clear? Good. Now h part all said and done, right? How to handle I part? X is 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square, and y is 2t upon 1 plus t square. I am going little fast because we have to cover many things, right? If you have to repeat things, you just go to your home and just re-watch the recording. You will have it, right? Now, x is this, y is this, and it's very difficult to eliminate them, right? 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square and 2t upon 1 plus t square. How to handle it? Rationalize. We don't see any irrational number on the denominator, so why are we rationalizing it? All of you have done trigonometry in school? All of you have done the 2 theta formula? Tell me what is sine 2 theta? 2 sine theta cos theta. And what is sine 2 theta in terms of tan theta? 2 tan theta upon. So sine 2 theta is 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. And what is cos 2 theta? In terms of tan theta? 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. Now see, do you see any similarity here? T has been replaced by tan theta. If I replace t by tan theta, this whole bunch will become cos 2 theta, and this whole bunch will become, so x is cos 2 theta and y is sin 2 theta. So what is the locus? X square plus y square is equal to 1, which is a circle. So I told you now there are various ways of writing parametric locus, but geometric locus and algebraic locus is going to be unique. See, you are able to write the parametric locus of what? A circle, unit circle, x square plus y square is equal to 1. हमने already क्या बना रखा था? X is equal to cos theta, y is equal to sin theta, that is also a parameter. X is equal to sin alpha, y is equal to cos alpha, that is also a parametric form, and this is also one of the parametric form. Everybody got it? Or should I explain it on board? Pakka? So whenever you see this expression, you have to relate the expression with the thing you have learnt in your trigonometry, and you can simply set down it 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, 2 tan theta upon. If t is variable, tan theta is also variable. What's the harm? T is going from minus infinity to plus infinity, so tan theta is also going from minus infinity say. So I can replace t by tan theta, right? So I'll get this as cos 2 theta and this as sin 2 theta. X is cos 2 theta, y is sin 2 theta, which means x square plus y square is 1, right? J part, you see t plus 1 and you see t square minus 4 plus 3 to the power t. No rocket science required, simple. X is t plus 1, so t is x minus 1. So replace x minus 1 ka whole square minus 4 plus 3 to the power x minus 1. Y is equal to that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now k, you tell me, k. What is missing here? 2 इसको डालते ही तो क्या होगा? Just बोर्ड पे आओ. Let's see. You see, x is t upon 1 minus t square, right? And y is 1 plus, right? You see straight away, you see something is missing, and that's 2. If something is missing, you can bring it, no? Right? Now, what you are going to write? T is equal to, definitely it's setting on tan theta, right? 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta, 1 plus tan square theta upon 1 minus. So I can write T as, so 2x will be, and y would be equal to, and you know sec square theta minus tan square theta is 1, so sec square 2 theta minus tan square 2 theta would also be 1. So y square minus 4x square, right? A hyperbola. Understood? Easy or difficult? Easy, right? Next slide, please. Just ask, did she attend the last class? Okay, so first part is clear. Just for that lady, I'm just revising it, just a 2-minute thing. You have 3 types of locus: geometric locus, algebraic locus, parametric locus. Geometric locus is something which you draw on a graph. Algebraic locus is something which you represent the graph on terms of equation. And then third is you express your x and y as in an expression of a parameter. The parameter can be anything. Parameter is something which changes. Now, in the first question, what we did, we gave the question in which it was simply written that x is equal to x is equivalent to some expression in parameter, and y is also written in the expression in some parameter, right? And the idea was to get into algebraic. So we had to create a relation between x and y. That is nothing but algebraic equation. So what is the idea we were doing? We were just eliminating the parameter. And in various questions we see that there would be various ways of eliminating the parameter, right? Clear? Okay, now second question is going from algebraic to, now I have already told you there is not any unique answer for it. There are so many parametric locus for one graph. You have unique geometric locus, you have unique algebraic locus, but parametric locus is not unique, which is very evident in this question. If you see what they have already given you, they have given you algebraic locus. They have already given you, and then they are asking, then the parametric locus of the curve could be. See, when I say could be, can be, may be, it means there could be many things, right? So you have to be very focused on the language of the paper also. The language of the paper will also tell you many things about the question, right? Now you see x square minus y square is equal to 1. So there is no one way of going from algebraic to parametric. So we are left with only testing the options. We are left on testing the option. So first option is sec theta comma. So sec square theta minus tan square theta is 1, true? So option A is correct. But we have to go to other option also because there may be more than one answer right. Now come to second one. Cosec theta and cot theta. So can I say cosec square theta minus cot square theta is also 1? Okay, so B is also correct. C, definitely not. Why? We know that it is xy is equal to 1, and xy is equal to 1 is no way x square minus y square is equal to 1, right? So C is gone. A is accepted, B is accepted, C is gone. D. D में x क्या है? So it would be foolish to put it here and then so. Instead of that, we should eliminate the parameter. Now you know this is x and this is, if you add them, what you'll get? 3 to the power t, and if you subtract them, what you'll get? That is 1. So x plus y into x minus y is 1, which means x square minus y square is 1. So the correct answers are A, B and D. C is wrong. Right or wrong? समझ में आया? Yes, sir. Do I have to explain on board? No. Can we go to the next slide? Now this one is difficult, and here you have to focus. See, in these type of questions, we follow certain steps. First, I'll tell you what are those steps, and then when you will be getting down into solving these problems, you will understand why those steps are right, why we are following that particular algorithm, right? So first, whenever you have to go from geometric locus to algebraic, it doesn't mean they are going to give you a graph and then they are asking you what is the equation. Rather than that, they will give you some properties of that path. Just for example, I want to tell you that there is this points which are equidistant from a fixed point. Which curve I am talking about? I am definitely talking about circle, right? So I gave you a property, I didn't draw the graph. I gave you a property that there is a fixed point and all the moving points are at a fixed distance from the fixed point. So you can definitely write the equation, right? Using the concept of distance formula, right? So this is how we are going to process when we have to go from geometric locus to algebraic locus. First of all, they will be giving you some properties and you will be inferring, you will be using your own knowledge of that particular geometrical figures what they are talking about. You will be using your own concept and fusing them together, you will be creating some equations, right? For equations, you will be needing few variables, right? So how to go for it, I'll just tell you. First, whenever these type of questions come, step 1 is you have to write step 1 as let the moving point. जिसका आपको locus निकालते हैं उसे आप क्या कहते हैं? The tip of pencil is nothing but a moving point. So you are going to say the let the moving point P, let the moving point P, capital P, let the moving point step 1, let the moving point P be H comma K, right? Don't write X comma Y because you will be using lots of equations where you will be seeing X plus Y already given. So that is why we use initially H comma K. So what we did, let the moving point be H comma K. apply geometric conditions given, ठीक है. Sometimes you have P, you have your conditions. Sometimes it is required that you will be introducing few new variables. Introduce new variables if required. I'm not calling these two as new variables. I'm calling simply this as variable h and k, right? And I'm calling introduce new variables if required. Create equations. Create equations. The number of equations should be equal to number of new variables, not variable. Number of, I'm not including this hk here. आपने मान लो अल्फा बीटा इंट्रोड्यूस किया तो how many equations you have to write? 3. Number of new variable plus 1, right? So whatever the number of new variables are there, you have to create how many equations? 1 more than that, right? Fifth, eliminate all the new variables, not h comma k. Eliminate all the new variables and create the equation in terms of h, k and constants. Right? The fifth step is you have eliminated the new variables, and now what you have created after eliminating all the variables, what you got? One equation in which what you have got? H, k and constant. And sixth one is the last step. Replace h by x and k by y, and that equation will become your algebraic equation or algebraic locus, right or wrong? समझ में आया? You will understand more about it when we will be doing some problem. So first, let the moving point P be h comma k. Second, apply all the geometric conditions, whatever given in the question and whatever you know extra about it, right? And then the third thing, and you don't have to add on your own information. It has to be backed by logic, right? And then introduce new variables if it is required, and then the number of equations should be 1 plus more than number of new variables. Now let's say I have introduced 3 new variables. So I have basically 5 variables. I have basically 3 new variables and 2 hk. I have to create how many equations? 4. Using this 4 equation, what I have to do? I have to eliminate these 3 guys. So after eliminating 3 guys, I will be left with one equation in which contains only h, k and constant, and then you have to replace h by x and k by y's, and that equation is the algebraic equation or the algebraic locus of that particular moving point, right? Okay, let's see first question. Share a bit. Paka? Okay, see, if you see on the board, the first question is you have a wall, right? This is your wall, okay, and then you have one rod or stick, whatever you say, a rod or stick of length. This is A, this point is A where it is resting on, and this point is B, and they are saying mod AB is 5, which means the length of the rod is 5. Will it change any time if it is sliding? No, the length is going to be constant, right? You have to tell me, find the locus of midpoint of, means ये midpoint है, right? And I have colored it red. I have colored it red. So I have to basically understand how the, when it is sliding down, this stick is sliding down, how the red is moving. So if you observe, अगर आपका stick ऐसे था तो red midpoint पे था, then ऐसे आया तो पक्का गिर रहा होगा, and when it is falling it will be in the midpoint here. So it will be following some circular path, but this is not sufficient. Okay, I can see a circular path moving, or sometimes you are not able to visualize also. So where you have to realize on the equation. The algebraic equation will tell you what the path exactly is, right? So how to go for it? Let the moving point P be excellent. So I can say this as H comma. Using the midpoint formula, what can I say about B? 2H comma 0 and 0 comma 2K, right? Right or wrong? I definitely say this is 2H and this is 2K, right? Now this is not making any sense to me. Acha, should I have to introduce new variable or it is sufficient? It is sufficient. It is sufficient. Why? Because I can simply say distance formula, or even let's say you are not seeing and you by mistake you have introduced new variable, then also no harm. Let's say किसी ने कहा सर let's call it theta, right? दोनों तरीका सही है. First I am telling you without variable. Without variable you can directly say 2h का whole square plus 2k का whole square is equal to 5 square. Right or wrong? 2h minus 0, 0 minus 2k. I didn't write 0, you can write it. 2h minus 0 का whole square and plus 0 minus 2k का whole square is equal to 5 square. What is going to be it? 4h square plus 4k square is equal to 25. So I can say x square plus y square is equal to 25 by, what is it? It's a circle whose center is origin and radius is 5 by 2, right? So you see it will be moving something like this. It will be moving like something like, which you can prove it. Some students say, sir, why not introduce a variable? Okay, I'll call it theta. So I can say 2h is 5 cos theta and 2k is, which will also result in, right or wrong? Clear? Okay. How to handle B? Just solve it, B question part. Just solve B and C. Just solve B and C. So basically what they want you to find, the setup is same. This has become 10, doesn't matter, 5 or 10, it doesn't matter. And there is a triangle AOB. Obviously when it is sliding down, it will always be creating a triangle, right? And A and B is definitely moving every time because the tip is sliding off. You have to find the locus of the centroid of triangle AOB. O point is fixed, right? O point is fixed. Now what is going to be, how to start? I'll say my centroid be P, which will be H comma K. Excellent. Now tell me, should I have to introduce variable here or not? Here I have to introduce. Here I have to introduce. I can call this angle as theta. So I can say this is 10 cos theta, 10 cos theta. And this is, so B is going to be 10 cos theta comma 0 and A is going to be 0 comma 10 sin theta. So A is going to be 0 comma 10 sin theta, B is going to be 10 cos theta comma 0, and origin is going to be 0 comma 0. Now tell me what is H would be equal to? 0 plus 10 cos theta plus 0 by 3, and K is going to be 0 plus 10 sin theta by 3. So आपने theta variable introduce किया, आपने equation कितना बनाया? 2, and now you can eliminate theta, right? Understood? How many of you didn't get it? Just raise your hand. How many of you? Okay. See. So this rod is sliding off, right? I am going to call this as A, वहाँ B लिखा है ना? Let's call it B, A, O. This is 90 degree, right? What do you have to find? The centroid, the locus of, because this triangle is changing, so the centroid will also be changing. So centroid को मैंने क्या कह दिया? P, जिसको क्या कह दिया? H comma K, and फिर मैं शांत हो गया, right? I introduced this guy as, what is the length? So what will be this length? And what will be this length? So what will be the coordinate of B? 10 cos theta comma, and what will be the coordinate of A? 10 sin theta, right? And what is O? What will be the centroid of these guys? H would be equal to 10 cos theta plus 0 by 3, and K is going to be 0 plus 10 sin theta plus 0 by 3, which you can easily handle, which is again going to be a square. Clear? Yes, sir. Is it going difficult or easy? Easy. Those who have missed it, the idea, they will find it difficult. But still I am repeating every time the idea, right? Okay? Now what is the third question? See, find the locus of midpoint of AB. Find the locus of midpoint of AB if A is 2 comma 3. A is a fixed point, right? But B is not fixed. B is traveling on certain path. And what is the equation of B path? Right. But you don't have to find the B का locus, आपको already पता है. A is fixed. What do you want? The midpoint of AB. If you see, it's something like this. A is fixed, and let's say this is the path of B. So this is B, and B is moving this way. So your rod will also be moving this way, right? Right? Your rod will be moving in this direction. So if this is B, the midpoint P is going to be here. If B is here, the midpoint is going to be here. If here, आप अगर थोड़ा सा देखोगे ध्यान से तो कुछ ऐसा ही बनेगा, कुछ ऐसा ही बनेगा. लेकिन this is not the way. We have to give the equation, right? Obviously एग्जाम में आएगा कि सर साइन कर्व है तो ऐसे थोड़ी करते हो. You have to draw it. Y is equal to sin x, right? So similarly, now what is the step? Let the moving point P be H comma K. Then A, what is A? Now can I say B in terms of H comma K? Because H comma K is the midpoint of A and B. So definitely 2H minus 2 is B. Right or wrong? If you add these two, you'll get by 2, you'll get this. And this is definitely 2K minus 3. Right? What's the equation of this curve? जरूरी नहीं है इसका ग्राफ ये हो. I'm just giving you an idea, and we don't need to draw that graph. Okay, so this is the equation. So whatever the point is lying on this will satisfy this equation. Yes, sir. So it means 2h minus 2k comma 2k minus 3 will satisfy this. So x के बदले में क्या लिख दूंगा 2 into h minus 1, k के बदले में क्या लिख दूंगा y के 2k minus 3 into 2h minus 2 ही लिखो यार, कौन तुम लोग फिर कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे. minus 2 into 2k minus 3 minus 1. Now this is the equation in which you have only h, k and constant. So what is the last step? Replace h by, so simple हो गया 2x minus 2 into 2y minus 3 minus 3 into 2x minus 2 minus 2 into 2y minus 3 minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is the locus. You can leave your answer here. Right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Can you go to the next slide? See what's the question here? Find the locus of point of intersection. You have given two lines. This is one line and this is another line, and definitely theta is varying. Theta means these two are not fixed line. These two are not fixed line. Their slopes must be changing, right? Now what you have to do, you have to find the point of intersection, locus of point of intersection. सबसे पहले आप इस क्वेश्चन को कैसे सॉल्व करोगे? You will simply solve this equation and get your x and y. Let the intersection point be h comma k, and then you are going to write your h and k in terms of theta. In terms of theta. And then you know what to do. You can eliminate it, right? Same way these two. देखो some students what they do, sir इसको बिना solve के solve हो जाएगा, क्यों? Square करके add कर दोगे sir गायब हो जाएगा सब, right? This is what they do. But this method doesn't work here. This method, so that method is not good method. So what is a good method? Thinking very basic. Thinking very basic. Two lines are there. I am going to find the equation and solve. And instead of writing x and y, h and k in terms of sin theta cos theta, I will try to write sin theta and cos theta in terms of h and k, so that becomes more easier. That becomes easier. Why? Because h already sin theta cos theta अलग हो गया है. If you are writing h in terms of sin theta, it will be some combination of sin theta cos theta. Then k is also a combination of sin theta cos theta. So instead of solving h and k, solve for sin theta and cos theta. What I am meaning? What am I meaning? I will tell you here. What do I mean by that? देखो इस क्वेश्चन पे, ये जो क्वेश्चन जितना आसान होता है ना उतना ही लेंदी हो जाता है अगर आप ढंग से इस क्वेश्चन को अटैक ना करें. देखो सम वे जैसे ये है x sin theta minus y cos theta is equal to 3 and x cos theta plus y sin theta is equal to 2. Simply say the point of intersection is, so I can say h sin theta definitely दोनों पे लाई कर रहा होगा. Now I got my two equations, right? Many people what they try to do, they try to find h and k. What they try to do? Find h and k. But my idea is don't find h k, find sin theta and cos theta, because you have sin theta cos theta also as a variable here. So find sin theta in terms of h k, find cos theta in terms of h k, and then simply write sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Understood? अगर आप देखो, अगर सिर्फ आप h निकालोगे तो h आएगा sin theta something, k आएगा sin theta something. You cannot write h square plus k square is 1. So instead of focusing on h and k, you consider this as capital X and cos theta as, and find capital X and capital Y. Now you can find capital X and capital Y. Think of this as linear equation. Find your x and y and then write x square plus y square is 1. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Similarly next question जो है 3h cos theta I am dragging directly plus 2k and h sin theta minus 3k cos theta is equal to 3. Now what you have to do? Do you have to solve for hk or do you have to solve for sin theta cos theta? So you have to consider cos theta as capital X and sin theta as capital Y and then solve it. Find your capital X, find your capital Y and simply write capital X square plus capital Y square is. It शुरू में आपको अजीब सा लगेगा कि सर क्या कर रहे हैं सर, आदत तो हमेशा इसको है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, ये दोनों ही वेरिएबल है ना, किसी एक को फिक्स कर लो ना, समझ में आ रहा है? सो फाइंड cos थीटा इंस्टेड ऑफ फाइंडिंग h, फाइंड sin थीटा इंस्टेड ऑफ फाइंडिंग k, and then write sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to, got it? Okay. Now the last portion of this locus class, and then we'll start circle, right? And this locus is very important. If you want to excel in parabola, if you want to excel in circle, if you want to excel in ellipse, you want to excel in hyperbola, you want to excel in straight line, without this idea, if you understand this, 40-50% of basics have been covered. You don't have to, when you will be reading it, okay, why the equation of parabola is y square is equal to 4x, why the equation of ellipse is x square by a square plus y square by b square is 1, why the equation of hyperbola is x square by a square minus y square by b square is 1. This all things are coming from and going from geometric to, and how? Following the definition. When I say write the equation of parabola, you will ask me, sir, what exactly is parabola? First tell me, I don't understand what is parabola. So first I have to define what is parabola, and from definition you will understand, okay, I have to apply these geometrical conditions on my moving point h comma k, and applying those conditions, I'll get particular equation, and that particular equation satisfy that definition, which means this equation represent that parabola which you are trying to define, right? So that is why I am telling you locus focus. Okay? Okay, understood? Clear. Coordinate geometry is one of the most favorite topic of IIT JEE Advanced. 40% questions they normally fall from conics, this coordinate geometry whole, right? And if you are excellent in coordinate geometry, you will have no problem in 3D vector, you will have no problem in calculus. Most of the calculus is totally focusing on the graphical representation, graphical part, right? So, and even in complex geometry, you won't have any problem. So if you are good in coordinate geometry, you are good in many of the aspects of various other non-coordinate geometry chapters, right? So you have to be very particular about these chapter, coordinate geometry. क्योंकि अभी पता नहीं चलेगा, when you will be in class 12th and you will be in the month of October, November, you will realize you have forgotten everything. That is why I have asked you to write your own notebook, so that in the month of October, when the next year when you will be feeling disheartened that okay fine, I just have to concentrate on my board, I'm not going to do it, then that notebook will give you confidence that you can do it. So next year October, November would be the month of break and make. Those who will have a confidence ki no, I haven't forgotten and I can, those persons are going to IIT, and those who will give up, they will give up. So this is a long race of marathon, you have to run slowly and steadily, and Rose, you have to sit every day, consistency. Now you won't be able to understand algebraic locus to geometric locus in the one class because it's a long process. You will be learning few graphs here, you will be learning more graphs in class 12th calculus chapter. So it's just a beginning. So this part, algebraic to geometric, you will take time to understand, right? So we'll just discuss few basic and standard curves which you need to understand, right? So if someone asks you x square plus y square is equal to r square, what does it mean? Simple. It means a circle whose, when you say circle, it doesn't stop here. When you say circle, you have to tell two things, the center and the radius. And what's the center here? 0, 0. Definitely you are going to write this, no? And radius is going to be r. And someone asks you to draw this graph, right? This guy is going to be r, 0. This guy is going to be minus r, 0. This guy is going to be 0, r. This guy is going to be 0, r. उसके बाद पूरी दुनिया इन्हीं के बीच में, right? Okay. Someone asks you what is y is equal to sin x. Everybody know what's the graph? Don't worry, we'll discuss trigonometry chapter separately, but you should know the basic. This is your y is equal to sin x goes from 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, right? Period is 2 pi. Sin x is a periodic function. What does periodic function means? any function which repeats after a constant length, after a, that means a periodic function, and that minimum constant length after which it repeats, it's called period, and the period is 2 pi, right? You know about domain and range. Domain is x belongs to R and range is y belongs to -1 say 1. And you also know this is an odd function, right? These are basic things which I am telling you, which you will be learning gradually from point to point. Okay. Now third graph is, I'll also tell you basic transformations later on. Y square is equal to kx means it's a parabola. It's a whose vertex is lying on origin, right? If k is positive, this is the graph. See, when I say y square is equal to kx, kya hai? Let's call it 4x. Y square is equal to 4x, right? Now tell me, if you replace y by minus y, will it change? Y by minus y, no. So when you put y in place of minus y or y minus y in place of y, and if you see no change, what does it mean? It means it is symmetric about x axis. जैसा ऊपर होगा, and you know how to handle y is equal to root x. The graph is this. So y square is equal to 4x is definitely going to be ऊपर y is equal to root x, है ना? अगर आप इसको ऐसे लिखोगे तो ये हो जाएगा ना, 2x 2 root x minus 2 root x, है ना? यही होगा ना, दो ऊपर आ गया 2 root x, नीचे आ गया minus 2 root x, right? Clear? Now if someone asks you, x square is equal to ky, अच्छा यहाँ पे नेगेटिव होगा तो ग्राफ इधर आ जाएगा, right? X, if you replace x by minus x, what happens? No change. So it will be symmetric about y axis. So definitely is going to be, you already know y is equal to x square, right? Okay. Y is equal to e to the power x, we have already discussed in the last class, right? Huh? Okay. x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. अभी मैंने स्टार मार्क कराया था, क्या था ये? Ellipse. If a is greater than b, it is a standard ellipse. क्या है? Standard ellipse means focus lying on x axis, right? So these are few things which we will be discussing gradually. So now let's start circle. Okay? So we'll be understanding gradually the geometrical part, though it's there all the equation which I want you to understand. So just do it on your home, and next class if you have any problem you can discuss this curve, right? Can you go to the next sheet? There is a next PDF. Okay. Now for circle, now we know how to handle curve. Basically we know locus, it means we know how to handle curve, right? So basically let's see what exactly is circle. Tell me the definition. Whatever the path is, it has been made out of infinite points, right? So locus is basically collection of infinite points following certain geometrical condition, and that geometrical condition will identify the shape of that particular locus, right? Now when I talk about circle, what do you mean? You need two things, right? There is a fixed point and there is a moving point. There is a fixed point and there is a, the tip of pencil is going to be the moving point, right? Now how you are, when I ask you to draw circle, what exactly you are taking care of? That you are putting your hand that way, you are moving your pencil that way, that from center it is having a fixed distance, right? So let's say this is your Cartesian plane, and let's say this is your fixed point, right? Now this fixed point, for a time being, let's call it x1 comma y1, right? Now let's say this is your moving point and this distance is a, right? So this fixed distance is called radius and that fixed point is called center, and this graph is the geometrical representation of the circle which you want, right? Now Let's say I have to write the algebraic locus, so I have to take the moving point as h comma k, right? And then what geometrical idea we have between 2 points, the distance? H minus x1 ka whole square plus k minus y1 ka whole square is equal to a square, right? So I can say h minus x1 ka whole square plus k minus y1 ka whole square is equal to, and h to be replaced by, so this equation becomes a circle, algebraic equation of circle, right? If you focus, it will become x square, if you expand it, it will become minus 2x1x plus y square minus 2y1 plus x1 square plus y1 square is equal to a square, right? So rewriting it, I'll write x square minus 2x1x, sorry, x square plus y square minus 2x1 x minus 2y1 y plus x1 square plus y1 square minus a square is equal to 0, right? Right? Okay. Since I don't like minus in me, so I am trying to write a structure standard way, general form of equation of circle. So I'll replace minus x1 by g and minus y1 by f, right? So this will become x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy, and this is going to be a constant, so I am going to write it ठीक है, understood? So x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0, right? So now I can say, if this is your general equation, I can say center is minus g minus f, and if you observe x1 square plus y1 square minus a square is c, right? x1 square can be replaced by g square plus f square minus a square is equal to, which means a square is g square plus f square minus, so radius is going to be, so radius is going to be under root. So when anyone gives you a general equation of circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c, what you have to focus, you just have to focus that x square and y square is free from all the coefficient, it has only 1. So you have to make sure it is 1. Then you see a coefficient of x, you see a, that coefficient of x divided by minus 2, divided by minus 2 gives you x coordinate of the center. Then you see the coefficient of y, and then that is divided by minus 2 gives you the ordinate of the center, and this जो भी center आया, that square plus that square minus the whole constant gives you, under root gives you radius, right? So you have to, first thing you have to make sure that x square and y square has the coefficient 1. Let's say if it has 3x square plus 3y square, what you are going to do? Divide the whole story by 3, right? You have to make your x square and y square has to be free. It has to be free from all the coefficient, right? And whenever you see circle, you will always see x square and y square, the coefficient are equal. The coefficient are equal. Then only you will be able to make it 1, no? And second, you will never find any xy terms in circle. You will never find any. And the third thing, this guy g square plus f square minus c will always be positive. If g square plus f square minus c is negative, it means it's not a circle. It doesn't represent anything. If I write a circle like this, if I write an equation like this, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c, don't jump that it is a circle. There can be the case that g square plus f square minus c is negative, which means it is not a circle. It is nothing. It is nothing on real plane, right? And if it is like g square plus f square minus c is 0, what does it represent? It represents a point. And what's the point? The center, right? Good. Can you go to the next slide? So, आपने दो चीज सीखी. One, if a circle is passing, if the center of the circle is origin, you are going to say x square plus y square is equal to a square. And when you see x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0, you can definitely say the center is minus g comma minus f and radius is under root g square plus f square minus c. And definitely g square plus f square minus c turns out to be negative, then under root means nothing, under root negative means nothing, so it is not a circle, right? And if it is equal to 0, it means it is representing a point, and that point is nothing but center, right? So let's do two questions there. First question is, you have one circle x square plus y square is equal to 1 square. So it's a unit circle. It's a unit circle whose center is origin? Yes. Okay. Then you have another circle, x square plus y square minus 10x minus 10y plus 41 is equal to 0. Now find the equation of middle circle touching them at points lying on the line joining their centers. So now first tell me, by looking at this circle, you can tell me the center, you can tell me the radius. Can you tell me the center of this circle? What is the center? 5 comma 5. You have to divide by minus 2. Minus 10 has to be divided by. So it's 5, and this is also 5. So 5 comma. So the center is 0 comma 0, and here the center is. And what's the radius? 5 square plus 5 square minus 41. That is 9. Uska under root 3. So what's the radius? What's the radius? 1. Right? Now let's try to see on this graph. Should I write? Okay, for writing an equation of circle, what two things you need? Center and radius. Good. The moment you have center and the moment you have radius, you can write your equation. So, let's say, can I have better markers? This is your unit circle and this is your bigger circle, right? The center is, and the center is, and this is line joining their centers, right? This is 1, this is 3, and this is the circle that we are talking about, we are interested in. We have to find the equation of this circle. Now, first idea, what is the radius? The first thing I need to know is, so A center, right? This is 1, this is 3, what is this length? 2r. This is r, 2r. So 2r plus 4 would be equal to 5 root 2, excellent. 2r plus 4 would be equal to 5 root 2. So r is going to be 5 root 2 minus 4 by 2. So I got my radius. Radius. Now, this is the center which is dividing this line in what ratio? 1 plus r is to 3 plus r. So if you focus, this abscissa and ordinate are equal. Here also abscissa and ordinate are equal. So definitely iska bhi abscissa ordinate equal hai. So you just have to find one. The other would be naturally, because this line is nothing but y is equal to x, right? Okay. Now 1 plus r will go with 5 and r plus 3 will go with 0, which will vanish away. So this is going to be 5 into 1 plus r upon क्या करोगी तुम, this plus this, which is nothing but 5 root 2. The ratio is 1 plus r is to r plus 3, and you know, so why you have to do all the calculation? You don't have to do all the calculations. So 5 into 1 plus, so basically 5 bhi gaya. This is r. Now let's say what is 1 plus r. So initially it appears that this question involves lot many calculation, but smart work will help you sort your answer out. So 1 plus r is going to be 2 plus 5 root 2 minus 4 by 2, which is nothing but 5 root 2 minus 2 by 2, and basically you have to find 1 plus r by root 2. So ये हो जाएगा 2 root 2, ये हो जाएगा 2 root 2. So you got your center. The center is 5 root 2 minus 2 by 2 root 2, comma 5 root 2 minus 2 by 2 root 2. Right? You want to rationalize, you can rationalize, no issue. So this का whole x minus this का whole square plus y minus this का whole square would be equal to this square. Clear? आपका जो IIT JEE का क्वेश्चन आएगा ना, they will not write in a way, they will leave your answer in this form ज़्यादातर, because in IIT JEE questions they are not testing your Munimgiri skills, right? They are more into that whether you know it or not, right? Okay, just see the second question. Find the equation of circle touching both axes and lying in second quadrant. Matlab, let's visualize it. Let's visualize it. You have a circle which is touching both axes and lying in second quadrant. So I am going to draw it. So basically the circle is, this is the circle he is talking about, right? Don't worry, it is touching, right? And it is touching here also, right? This is the story. Center is definitely this, and definitely this and this would be equal, and definitely if this is r, this is r. So what will be the coordinate? Minus r comma left abscissa would be negative, and r is a positive quantity, right? So the answer is going to be x plus r ka whole square plus y minus r ka is equal to r square. That's it. Okay? Or not okay? Can you go to the next slide? Now, what's the heading written here? Diametric form of a circle, right? Now what exactly is diametric form? We'll explore through this question. They want you to find a circle, equation of circle, whose diameters are AB, and the endpoints of AB are x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. Now what exactly you do? You can easily find the center by following the midpoint formula, and finding the length, dividing by 2, you will get your radius, right? But don't you think this process is going to be a lengthy one if the number is going to be a difficult one, right? Since we have not finished straight line, but still I hope you understand the concept of slope. Everybody understand the concept of slope? Slope is nothing but the tan value of the angle made by line. That is rise over run, right? And you know how to find the angle between two lines? Tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. And do you know when they are perpendicular? The product is minus 1. So if I see two lines, and if I see the product and the slope, the product of the slopes is minus 1, it means they are perpendicular, right? Okay, now when you see a diameter, your circle is divided into two semicircles. Now if you put any point on the circle, and then the angle made by the diameter on that point would be 90 degree. Okay, Now using that concept, we'll see that it has become a very easy one. We don't have to actually get into the calculation part, because that is also a good property, no? That the angle in a semicircle is always 90 degree, right? And you have already finished this proof in class 9th, the inscribed angle and the central angle story. See, so they have given you diameter. They have given you x1 comma and x2 comma, and definitely you can visualize a circle, right? There is no problem in visualizing. The problem lies in telling me the algebraic equation, right? One method which is very clear, that okay, find the midpoint, find the distance, you will get the diameter, you can get the radius, right? But that method is a very ugly method, because if you will be using this method during the examination, it will steal your time. But which method which we are going to tell you, it's going to give you answer in 2 seconds. You must be thinking, how 2 seconds? First let's see what's happening. Let the moving point P be H comma connecting, what's this angle? Do you know how to find the slope between 2 points? Rise over run, y1 minus y2 upon x1 minus x2. So the slope of this line is going to be k minus y1 upon h minus, and the slope of this line is going to be k minus, and you know if this is m1 and this is, you know by the property that m1 m2 is equal to, I don't have to explain this, okay. So I can say k minus y1 upon h minus x1 into k minus y2 upon h minus x2 is equal to minus 1. Now in this equation, can I replace h by x and k by y? Okay. So that will give me the algebraic equation, which will be y minus y1 into y minus y2 is equal to minus of x minus x1 into x minus, this will go that way, which rearranging it, what I'll get, x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus is equal to 0. So this is the diametric form of a circle. We have already understood the general form, so we have got another form called diametric form. Simple, the centers are x1 comma y1, the endpoints of the diameter are x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2, then x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 would be equal to 0, right? Concept comes from the basic slope concept. Now tell me, now observe here, what is it? Alone, what is it? What equation it is? It's a quadratic equation in x, and the roots are x1 and x2, and what is it? Quadratic equation y, whose roots are? So in diametric form, you always get two quadratic equation, one in x and one in y. First in x gives you the root as the endpoints of the diameter, and the second quadratic equation gives you root as the endpoints of the ordinate. This is very important, which I am telling you right now, because in the next few questions you will observe that this concept is actually helping you out in sorting out many things, right? So you know this is nothing but quadratic equation in x, and this is nothing but quadratic equation in y, whose roots are abscissas and whose roots are ordinates, right or wrong? Good. Come to question number 8. Sorry, I am running because we have to cover many things. You joined this session in November. Okay, so this is x minus 1 into plus y minus 4 into is equal to, so definitely this is quadratic equation in x, this quadratic equation in y, and that is equal to 0. So definitely 1 and 2 are the abscissas of the endpoints of the diameter, and 4 and 7 are the. Okay, just tell me what is the endpoints of diameter. एक diameter क्या होगा? 1,4 and 2,7. One diameter. What would be the other possible diameter? 1,7, 2, so basically this equation represent. तो अगर x1 y1 और x2 y2 भी two endpoints of diameter है, तो definitely x1 y2 and x2 y1 will also be the endpoints of diameter on the same circle, right? Okay. Now this question has more application, better application here. What do you see in ninth question? Just read out. I want to check whether it is visible to you guys or not. Just you at the back, please read out.
Find the equations of the circle on line AB 40 meter
As a diameter AB.
as a diameter if abscissas of A and B are roots of 3x squared minus x minus 4 is equals to 0 and ordinates are roots of 5x squared minus 2x minus 5.
So excellent, it's visible, right? So you have to find the equation of a circle on line AB as a diameter. So AB is a, and if abscissa of A and B are the roots of this equation and ordinates are the roots of, so do you have to solve it, or you can write the answer directly? I am going to leave it as x only. I am going to make it y and I'll just add them. कुछ गलती किया क्या? एक गलती किया, कोफिशिएंट ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर और वाई स्क्वायर का ख्याल नहीं रखा, तो इसको मैंने पहले कोफिशिएंट सबसे 3 से डिवाइड किया और इसको एक्स को एज इट इज रहने दिया और इसको वाई बना दिया. कितना आसान हो गया. अगर ये कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं पता है, नया बच्चा कॉन्सेप्ट जानता है शुरू वाला, तो वो क्या करेगा, कितना टाइम बताएगा एग्जाम में, पहले इसको सॉल्व करेगा फिर इसको सॉल्व करेगा, और ये जानता है तो भी हारेगा. जो ये दोनों जानता है वो इसको हार्डली 2 सेकंड मिलेगा. कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन इन IIT एग्जामिनेशन, लेट्स से when you understood a lecture and then you try to solve difficult questions, you are sitting in your comfortable room, the AC is working, and then you are not able to solve difficult question, right? Then how can you expect yourself solving the difficult question during the examination? And when the syllabus is this huge and everything has been faded away. So in IIT JEE competitive examination, you have to focus on the questions that you can easily do it. You have to pick the easy ones and solve it out. It's a smart work. If there are 90 questions, you have to pick 70, 80 questions which are very easy for you. Or 30, 40 question is something like hardly 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, if you know the concepts. If you don't know the concepts, you will be able to solve these questions, but you are going to take a long time. So here the difference comes. 15 lakh students are appearing and at least 2-3 lakhs are preparing sincerely, तो knowledge सबके पास होता है, right? But this smart work makes you away from the crowd, makes you outlier. Okay. Now 10th question is also interesting. One notch level, one above notch. The equation, do I have to explain 9th or you have got it? Simply divide by 3. So you got your quadratic equation in x, and you are just made the coefficient of x square as 1. And you divided by 5, you have made it coefficient. The divide by 5 means it will become 2 by 5 and it will become minus 1. It will become x square, it will become minus 1 by 3 and it will become minus 1 by 3. And you just have to add them. It would, and don't add as x square. You have to make it y square, right? Okay. Come to 10th question. You have a curve. What is the equation of this curve? xy is equal to, which is a rectangular hyperbola. Okay. So you have a curve. It looks like parabola because hyperbola is basically two parabolas aligned to each other, right? So you have this curve, xy is equal to 4, and this line equation of AB is y is equal to x minus 1. Find the equation of circle on AB as diameter. Now again here requires smart work. People, what they will do, they will try to find A and B. They will try to find and apply diametric form. But you don't have to. Why? Okay, how are you going to find the point of intersection A and B? How do you solve two equations? You substitute one y into the other and get your x, total x, and solve your x, right? This is what you do. So if you are trying to solve the abscissas of A and B, what you are going to do? You are going to write y as x minus 1 and you are going to solve x into x minus 1 is equal to 4. You don't have to solve that. That quadratic equation itself will give you abscissas of A and B. So you don't have to solve it. One quadratic equation. So this part is clear. This part is clear. Now you have to get your quadratic equation in y. You again x को तुम क्या लिख दो? Y plus 1 and put it here. Y into y plus 1. The only carefulness you need is make the coefficient of x square and y square 1. That's it, and you got your answer. See, again you saved your time. Most of the people what they will do? Those who know. 10 लाख तो नहीं जान रहे होंगे. 5 लाख में 3 लाख कैलकुलेशन में फंस जाएंगे. 1 लाख बंदे कैलकुलेशन करके आंसर तक पहुंचेंगे, लेकिन टाइम लगेगा. और 500,000 बच्चे 2-3 सेकंड 10 सेकंड में भागेंगे. राइट और रॉन्ग? ओके. और आंसर भी उसी फॉर्म में दिया होता है. आंसर उस तरीके से नहीं दिया होता है. आंसर उसी फॉर्म में दिया रहता है. लेट्स से अगर आंसर उस तरीके से दिया तो भी तुम उसको सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हो ना. ओके, आई विल शो दिस क्वेश्चन टू यू. See, this is xy is equal to 4 and this is AB. Considering this as diameter, you have drawn a circle. Now you have to write the equation of this circle. So this line is y is equal to x minus 1. So I'll say x into x minus 1 is minus 4 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in x. Coefficient of x square is 1 and this will give you x1 comma x1 and x2. x1 and
x2.
okay. Now I'll replace y as x as y plus 1. So y into minus 4 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in y and this will give you, what is the coefficient of y square here? 1. And what is the coefficient of? So the answer is x into x minus 1 plus minus 4 plus y into y plus 1 minus 4 is equal to 0. ये मत कर देना इधर 4 4 करके 8 कर रहे हो. ठीक है? Understood? So this become very easy, right? पढ़ने में खतरनाक सा लग रहा है. x y is equal to 4. पॉइंट निकालो, सॉल्व करो. I'm explaining it again. See, you have a hyperbola xy is equal to 4 and you have a line AB. AB is intersecting hyperbola at point A and point B, and those point A and B have become nothing but diameter, endpoints of diameter. Now, so when you have to write the equation of circle, when endpoints of diameter is given, you know this is nothing but x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2. So you are not able to write until and unless you know x1, x2, y1, y2. So for knowing, so the first quest starts with finding x1 and so you write equation and then you realize you don't have to solve it. X into, right? So you got, so you know that this solving this equation will give you x1, x2, and you know this quadratic equation, the coefficient of x square is 1. Then suddenly one you will be tempted to find, अरे जल्दी से x1, x2 निकालते हैं और y में put करके निकाल लेते हैं. You will be tempted. कि अरे आ गया इसको solve करो. But you can also, even that way is not wrong. I'm not saying wrong. I'm saying smarter way. So now you have to find ordinate. So instead of substituting y, you'll substitute x as y in this equation. So you get your quadratic equation y, and this will give you y1, y2. So just add them, you'll get your diametric form. हाँ हो सकता है. मतलब एक्चुअली नॉर्मली लोग क्या करते हैं, गलती क्या कर देते हैं, यहाँ पे कुछ लिख देते हैं, यहाँ पे कुछ लिख देते हैं और फिर यहाँ पे जीरो लिख देते हैं. So these type of, so always remember this is quadratic equation complete. Always remember this quadratic equation in x and this quadratic equation y. देखो उस टाइप से करोगे तो गलती हो सकती है. That is why I am telling you, right? Okay. Okay, next slide please. Okay. वी आर रनिंग नो. घर पे जाके एक बार आराम से लेक्चर को स्लो डाउन करके देखना. You have a circle. What's the equation of this circle? X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to. You have point lying outside whose coordinates are, and then you have drawn a tangent. You have drawn a which is touching at q, right? Now you have to find the length of PQ. ठीक है, आपने क्लास, दिस इज अ क्लास 10th क्वेश्चन, दिस इज योर सेंटर, this center is nothing but minus g comma minus f from here, and this is nothing but radius, and this is nothing but, and you know Pythagoras aap, so mod pq square would be equal to x1 plus g का whole square plus y1 plus f का minus r square, which will give you x1 square plus 2g1x plus 2gx1 plus g square plus y1 square plus 2fy1 plus f square minus r square. What is g square plus f square minus r square? C equal होता है ना c के, so you can say x square plus y1 square plus 2gx1 plus 2fy1 plus c is equal to 0, sorry, is equal to mod pq square. So pq would be under root this. तो आपको देखो ये लेंथ आया क्या, अगर आपका सर्कल है s, s क्या है x स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर प्लस 2gx प्लस 2fy प्लस c, तो s1 क्या होगा, है ना, सिंपली रिप्लेसिंग. अगर ये x1 y1 सर्कल पे लाई करेगा तो क्या आंसर होगा इसका, 0. अगर इनसाइड होगा तो नेगेटिव, आउटसाइड होगा तो you know, and the length of the tangent is going to be under root s1, and this s1 has a name called power of a point. तो आप किसी भी पॉइंट का पावर एक सर्कल के रिस्पेक्ट में निकाल सकते हो. कैसे, सिंपली जो उसका जो स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ इक्वेशन दे रखा है सर्कल का, उसमें यू जस्ट हैव टू, स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म मींस दिस इक्वेशन, यहां पे 3x स्क्वायर ये सब नहीं चलेगा, राइट. सो x स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर प्लस 2gx प्लस 2fy प्लस c इज इक्वल टू 0 दे रखा है. आपको पावर ऑफ पॉइंट निकालना है, तो व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू, यू आर सिंपली गोइंग टू, पॉइंट दे रखा होगा तभी ना पावर पूछेगा, तो यू जस्ट हैव टू रिप्लेस दैट पॉइंट इन दिस, एंड जो भी न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू आएगा दैट विल बिकम द पावर. अगर 0 आया तो इसका मतलब है सर्कल पे लाई कर रहा है जो पॉइंट, तो व्हाट आर द पावर ऑफ द पॉइंट्स व्हिच इज लाइंग ऑन द सर्कल, 0. एंड व्हाट आर द पावर ऑफ द पॉइंट्स व्हिच आर लाइंग इनसाइड द सर्कल, नेगेटिव. And what are the power of point which is lying outside, positive. And the length of the tangent, tangent तो बाहर से ही बनेगा, so the length of the tangent is going to be under root s1. Clear? Okay. So अगर power positive है you are outside, power negative है you are inside, and power 0 है you are on the circle. And how to find power? Simply replace the coordinates of the point in the equation of, standard equation of circle. Whatever the magnitude you are getting, that becomes the power. And when you have to find the length of the tangent, you just have to say under root of that power. Clear? Yes. And you know why it is true? Because we have already proved it. Right? Can we go to the next slide, please? Okay. Now this is also very interesting. Should I rub it? क्या वो खराब हो गया क्या? ब्लैक तो ये भी हो रहा है. I need few different colors also. Blue, red ये सब मंगा लीजिएगा नेक्स्ट क्लास के लिए. Okay. देखो एक सर्कल दे रखा है, x square plus y square is equal to 16. So you know this circle, right? The center is origin and the radius is 4. Now you have a line y is equal to root 3x plus 1. You have to find the length of AB. You have to find the length of, okay, think like an ordinary student. What he is going to do? He is going to replace this here, solve this quadratic equation, will do the mehnat, and then get x1 y1, x1 x2, then get y1 y2, then x1 minus x2 का whole square plus y1 minus y2 का whole square. Intelligent student, what he is going to do? So मेहनती स्टूडेंट का मैं बता दिया, अब स्मार्ट स्टूडेंट. So this is x2 comma y2 and this is x1 comma y1. Now he knows what you have to find. उसका गोल क्या है? उसका गोल है x1 minus x2 का whole square plus y1 minus y2 का अंडर रूट. उसका गोल ये है, वो क्लियर है अपने गोल में, राइट? ही इज वेरी क्लियर. ओके, नाउ ही नोज द स्लोप ऑफ दिस लाइन इज y is equal to mx plus c. आपने पढ़ा है? So m represent the slope. Okay, so y1 minus y2 upon x1 minus x2 is going to be m. बाद में वैल्यू डाल देंगे, डोंट वरी, मैं सीधे एक स्टैंडर्ड तरीका बता रहा हूं. सो नाउ ही नोज दैट y1 minus y2 भी निकालने की जरूरत नहीं, इट इज नथिंग बट m इंटू. सो नाउ इसको वो थोड़ा सा मॉडिफाई करेगा, वो इसको लिख देगा अंडर रूट x1 माइनस x2 का होल स्क्वायर प्लस m स्क्वायर इंटू x1 माइनस x2 का. नाउ क्या बाहर निकाल देगा? उसने अपना सवाल और आसान कर लिया. अब उसे क्या चाहिए? उसे x1 x2 नहीं चाहिए, उसे x1 माइनस x2 चाहिए, विच इज नथिंग बट डिफरेंस ऑफ रूट्स. तो अब वो बेसिकली डिफरेंस ऑफ रूट्स निकालेगा. डिफरेंस ऑफ रूट्स कैसे निकलता है क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन में? आपने बचपन में पढ़ा होगा a प्लस बी का होल स्क्वायर इज, आपने बचपन में और पढ़ा होगा a माइनस बी स्क्वायर इज, ठीक है? नहीं, 100 साल पहले, ठीक है, आपने पढ़ा होगा. अच्छा, a प्लस बी क्या होता है? सम. a माइनस बी क्या होता है? और ये ए बी क्या होता है? प्रोडक्ट. तो आपको ये पता चल गया होगा, जो आपने बहुत पुराना, जब आप बूढ़े हुआ करते थे तब आपने देखा होगा कि सम स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू डिफरेंस स्क्वायर प्लस 4 इंटू प्रोडक्ट, है ना? a प्लस बी का होल स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू a माइनस बी का होल स्क्वायर प्लस 4ab. तो बेसिकली व्हाट ही वांट्स टू फाइंड द डिफरेंस. सो व्हाट ही इज गोइंग टू डू, डिफरेंस स्क्वायर इज सम स्क्वायर माइनस 4 इंटू प्रोडक्ट, और डिफरेंस का मतलब हो गया अंडर रूट. नाउ ही इज गोइंग टू क्रिएट अ इक्वेशन. कैसी इक्वेशन बनाएगा? एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस रूट 3x प्लस 1 का is equal to 16. This is the equation, right? And now he is going to create this equation, and is he going to solve it? No, he is just going to find the sum of roots, which is minus b by a, and the product of root, which is c by a, and sum का square minus 4 times product का under root will give him. तो आपको जब भी, अब आपको इतना भी नहीं सोचना है, आपने एक बार सोच लिया, एग्जाम में ऐसे नहीं सोचिएगा, एग्जाम में तो सीधे रिजल्ट निकालना है. So what you are going to do, you are just going to find, okay, m तो ऑलरेडी दे रखा है सर, जो भी होगा इसको 1 प्लस 3 का रूट, मतलब 2 इंटू दिस करना है, 2 इंटू m रूट 3 है ना, रूट 3 का स्क्वायर 3, 1 प्लस 3 इज 4, राइट? सो मुझे फाइनली क्या निकालना है? 2 इंटू डिफरेंस ऑफ रूट्स. और डिफरेंस ऑफ रूट कैसे निकलेगा? तो देखो, इसको भी सॉल्व, बहुत ज्यादा आपको लग रहा होगा कि क्या क्या है. रूट 3x का होल स्क्वायर 3x स्क्वायर होता है, 3x स्क्वायर प्लस x स्क्वायर इज रूट 3x स्क्वायर में 2 रूट 3x आएगा, और 1 माइनस 16 इज, सम क्या हो गया? माइनस 2 रूट 3 बाई 4 का होल स्क्वायर माइनस 4 इंटू प्रोडक्ट क्या होगा? -15/4, ये क्या बन गया? 2 चौक 12, 12/16, 3/4 plus 15, 63/2 into root, which is root 63. देख लो ऐसे सॉल्व करते तो कितना गंदा आंसर आता और हालत खराब हो जाती, राइट? So when you have to find the length of the chord, simply the equation would be given in x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy. ये तो अच्छा नंबर दे रखा है, ऐसे दिया होगा ना, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0, and the chord is going to be y is equal to mx plus c. So now you don't have to do anything, you just have to remember this result, that length of the chord is the difference of the root into under root 1 plus m square. Difference of root positive चाहिए because you want the length, right? And then what you are going to do, you are going to replace mx plus c in y as mx plus c in the equation of circle. You got your quadratic equation in x. From that quadratic equation, you don't have to solve that quadratic equation, you just have to focus on the coefficient of x square, x and constant. The moment you got sum minus b by a and the product c by a, minus b by a का whole square minus 4 into c by a का under root gives you this. Okay, answer solve. 20 सेकंड, 30 सेकंड, बहुत हुआ 1 मिनट, which is fine. अच्छा, this method works for all the curves. It is hyperbola, parabola, ellipse, whatever it is, you will be able to sort it out. जैसे next question देखो क्या है. Find the length of the chord made by on, this is a circle, right? Easy. The answer is going to be under root 1 plus m square. M square is going to be 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So 3 into under root x1 minus x2. So यहाँ पे y के स्क्वायर के बदले लिखना है 2 root 2x plus 1 का होल स्क्वायर minus 4x minus 2 into 2 root x plus 1. Quadratic equation आ गया. You got your x1 minus x2, right? Simple answer. Ellipse से डरना नहीं है. Ellipse है simple. आंसर अभी भी क्या होगा? Mod x1 minus x2 into under root 1 plus m square, which is 3 into 1 under root x1 minus x2. What you are going to do? You are going to replace y square को किससे लिखोगी? 2 root 2x plus 1 का whole square. इससे आसान ही है क्वेश्चन calculation wise. So you got your quadratic equation in x, you got your sum, you got your product, you got your difference, right? So last portion, then we'll start next class with tangent. Sure, Rabbit? I created slides so that we can actually rush. Okay. You can attach these PDFs for the students, these PDFs to be sent to students so that they can later on sort it out. Okay. Now, verify. अच्छा एक बात बताओ, we have all what is written, how to check whether the angle is acute, obtuse or right, circle diametric form concept. अच्छा triangle में आपको पता है already, we have already discussed, right? Vector concept, x1 minus x2 into x1 minus x3 plus y1 minus y2 into y1 minus y3 should be positive, negative, 0. आपकी कहानी पता है, right? Dot product से concept से. Now here you have to verify, आपको क्या दे रखा है? A and B is lying on, so A is here and B is here, right? And equation of AB is also given. What is the equation of AB? 2x plus 1, right? And there is this point P which is 1 comma 0. They are not asking you find the angle. What they are asking you? Just to check whether the angle is going to be acute, obtuse or, देखो अगर if they are asking you to find the angle APB, you have to find this and then simple method, right? But here they are not interested. What they are interested in? So imagine, can I draw a circle whose diameter is this? And can I check whether P lies where? Where does it lie? It can lie. अगर वो ऑन द सर्कल लाई कर रहा होगा तो क्या एंगल बनाएगा? 90. आउटसाइड होगा तो क्या एंगल बनाएगा? एक्यूट. और इनसाइड होगा तो क्या बनाएगा? तो मतलब इफ आई एम एबल टू राइट द इक्वेशन ऑफ डायमेट्रिक फॉर्म ऑफ दैट सर्कल एंड आई एम गोइंग टू फाइंड द पावर ऑफ द पॉइंट, आई विल बी एबल टू टेल यू द एंगल एक्यूट है, 90 है, ऑब्ट्यूज है. तो आप इसका डायमेट्रिक फॉर्म लिखना आता है आपको? ऑलरेडी ये क्वेश्चन हम कर चुके हैं. This is given 2x plus 1. Don't try to solve this equation. You just have to say x into 2x plus 1 minus 4 is equal to 0. Now coefficient of 2x square is, so divide by 2. अब ठीक है? And what will be the quadratic equation in y? Y minus 1 by 2 into y is minus 4 is equal to 0, right? What's the coefficient of y square? Half, right? Then this plus this gives you the diametric form, and then put 1 comma 0. Don't solve it, just put 1 comma 0. तो जहां जहां y वहां 0 डाल दिया, गायब हो गया. just check whether positive negative. देखो क्या है, ये 0 हो गया, negative -8. 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 minus 4 is -1. क्या हो गया? मतलब अंदर लाई कर रहा है. अंदर लाई कर रहा है मतलब एक्यूट, सॉरी ऑब्ट्यूज, ऑब्ट्यूज है ना. और ये हो गया 90 और ये बाहर हो गया एक्यूट. क्लियर? सिंपल. ओके देन we'll call it a day. We'll meet next week and then we'll proceed at a speed 1.5 times more than what we did today. Okay, thank you.